Hi everyone, it's Lana from Living Wildly Free and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be going through my updated 2024 planner lineup. So if that is something you'd like to see, keep watching. Alright, so as you can see here, I have 7 planners lined up for 2024. And I know it sounds crazy. I probably did overdo it this year, but let's go through them and you guys let me know if I've made a mistake or not. So let's put these aside and let's go from small to large. I think it will work out good that way. All right, so starting first with this little guy. So first things first, this is my first year using Hobonichi, and I have a total of 4 Hobonichi planners. I kind of went, how would I say it? I ended up binge watching a whole bunch of planner videos and I came across the Hobonichi. And to be honest with you, when I made my first order, I thought I had everything planned. And if you had seen my original planner lineup for 2024, you will notice that I kind of had an idea of what I was going to do. So some of that remained the same and some of that got changed up because what I had originally purchased was not quite, it didn't feel right when I was using it. Okay, so sorry, my daughter walked in and I can't remember what I was saying, but anyways, let's pretend I remember, or let's just kick off a little bit over again. All right, so some of my original intentions for my planners remain the same and some of them changed because the original planner that I got, I had something in mind for it and we'll go through it later on. But when I was trying to set it up, it didn't fit right, it didn't feel right. So I opted to change it up, maybe rather drastically. But anyways, let's start with this. This is my Hobonichi A6. I forget what this is called, but I think this is the diary version 2024. This is where I kind of really want to make it my journal. So there's not a lot of decorating going on in here. I did put this because I thought he was so cute. I haven't really done much in this. It's very blank. I thought about starting in December, but I decided not to because it's my journal. So I want to really keep it as a yearly planner. So it's still blank and it's more going to be about, you know, my thoughts and things I want to say, you know, things that I want to keep. Strangely, it's like I kind of thought about maybe even writing letters to my daughters in here, just so, you know, they might have a keepsake or something, I don't know, just a journal, just a basic journal, just to write some thoughts down. And I thought this was the perfect size because I don't really journal. I'm not someone that likes to journal. I like to plan, but I'm not big on journaling. So I thought that this space was perfect. It's not too intimidating. It's not like I feel pressured to write, you know, to fill up a huge big blank space. I can write a little bit, I can write, you know, kind of more, or maybe I can just sketch something in here. Who knows? It's just a journal. I did try to, let's see, where's the one? Because I got this in November, and let's just see. And I think I did get the extra notebooks because I wanted to try and kind of, you know, play around and see if it made sense. So November was somewhat a good month where, so this is what I mean by journaling, right? It's just kind of like writing things out, putting things down, but not really thinking through too much and making it sometimes fun, sometimes serious. But yeah, I think I did a good job in November. But when it came to December, oh, it was just hectic, hectic. I didn't get anything down. Well, I did get one or two down, but no, I just got one down. It's just one. So that's what I plan on using this Hobonichi for. So that is planner 1, okay? Now planner 2, this one, all right, actually let's pull out these 3 because the story behind this is kind of connected. And let me get this out of the case so you guys can see which one it is. All right, so here I have a Hobonichi Weeks. Here is a Hobonichi Original Full Year. And this one here is a Hobonichi A5 Avec. All right, so originally in my first planner lineup, I got a Hobonichi Weeks Sneaker Edition, and I thought it was so cute. I was excited about it. I was ready to use it. And it was originally supposed to be my self-care planner, okay? My self-care, my self-development planner, things like that. But as I was setting it up, it didn't feel like the right thing for that planner. I don't know how to explain it, but it didn't feel right, okay? So I decided I was watching more YouTube videos, things like that. So I decided later on, as I was playing with that Hobonichi Weeks, I realized it might actually be a perfect social media planner. Now, I've had my YouTube channel for years now, but I haven't been consistent. And every time that I've tried to kind of create a schedule for filming, uploading, things like that. And you guys, I apologize for the background noise. I don't know what's going on. Every time I try to film during the day, something happens, but I apologize. So, yeah, as I was saying, social media planning has never worked with me, and I think it's always because the planners have been too big. I feel overwhelmed. I feel like I should have this huge kind of monthly plan and all these things. It just, because it's big, it feels overwhelming. Now, if you notice, I have a tendency to, let's open this up, to write small. If you've seen in my other videos, I write small. So big planners for me can be very overwhelming. They can be kind of like too much white space. So what I decided to do was get another Hobonichi Weeks. Crazy, I know, it's like so dumb. But I got another Hobonichi Weeks, and it's not the sticker version. It's still a mega, but it is kind of, it's not a Han, but it's kind of like a harder cover than the sneaker. And this is my social media planner. And so far, it works out great. And I say this even though I wasn't able to post regularly in December, but I've set up, if I can just lift this page, I've set up January. Super happy with the layout. I decided for my Hobonichis, I was really gonna focus on the Coffee Monsters Co. stickers, because again, you know, I got influenced very easily by all my binge watching. But if we go to my weekly, this was the first week I set up in here, and I actually really enjoyed it. I was able to make use of it, and I feel as if it is going to help in my productivity and actually becoming more consistent with filming and uploading videos. So here's where I'm hoping to track all my subscriber count, because really I don't know what I should be tracking. So we're just going with that. And you may have seen my really ridiculous plan with me January setup for my Hobonichi weeks, where I kind of messed up big time. Like, where are we? Here, we're here. Where I messed up planning this week, and this week. So I ended up moving stickers around. It's on my channel if you want to go and watch it, but it's kind of a disaster of a video. To be honest, all my videos that I've been uploading lately have kind of been a disaster, because I realize I'm such a creature of habit. So this season, this Christmas, New Year's season, since there is so much kind of up in the air, so much that kind of throws me off my regular routine, habit, schedule, it's like it ends up coming out as a bit of a disaster. I want to plan, but filming, it's just, my head's not in the right space to talk. So if you've seen those videos, I apologize. Once we get through the holidays, everything should kind of be a little bit more, should be a little bit better. There, that's the word. Let's just go with better. But yeah, so December, because my daughter arrived from Spain, my parents got sick, so, and then it was the Christmas party of the company that I had to put together, so it was kind of a mess. I wasn't able to regularly get some filming done and upload for you guys. But going back to the planner, I feel like this Hobonichi Weeks works perfectly for me. It really, really does, because it's not so overwhelming. The white space is not intimidating. I know what I need to get done. There's enough space for me to move things around, and I know where I need to become more consistent. So I am actually filming this a week ahead, because I am supposed to post this video here, January 1st. So at least, see, that's what I mean. I can list out what I want to post. I can make my notes. It's like, to me, I think this works great. In the back, this is me trying to keep track of my December stats, subscriber count, but you can see huge gap. I honestly don't know what happened. I know I gained more followers here, but I think some dropped off because I disappeared. So I apologize, you guys. And then in the back, I just have some YouTube ideas. I also have, so I just put paper clips that I had sitting around. I have the playlist, which I have to really kind of go through again, because I think I made a mistake somewhere. And here's where I can keep track of what I should be posting in each playlist. And what else? Things to do. I still have to go through this, and I need to add things and update this. So that's what I'm using this section for. Back here is just kind of like notes and things that come to mind, and yeah. But so far, I'm very happy that I opted to use the Hobonichi Weeks for my social media. All right, so, and quickly in front, I'm not a huge decorator of the cases. So this is a Moterm. Love this case. I love white. I love the cream. I know some of you may think, oh my gosh, it's gonna get so dirty. I don't mind it, because for me, it looks lived in. It looks like I'm really using it. But I also bought these notebooks from Hobonichi, and I just decided to use this one as where I would do my pen swatches. So I have some swatches here, and also, where is it? I can open it. I have my Papermate Flare. And I made a note, I should probably number the pens for easy location. And then I have Muji brush pens, I have the Zebras Sarasa Vintage, and I also decided to do header designs. So I have an idea, but I find that I've been stuck on basically kind of this lately, so we've just been going with that. But this at least can remind me to change things up every once in a while. And in the front, I have my Mildliner brush pens and two Kineko Memento and my Tombow Fudenosuke pens, gosh, and Tombow dual brush pens. So, okay, that is what is in my social media planner. So let's move that there. And let's go on to this. So, like I said, I had decided to change my Hobonichi weeks, which was supposed to be my self-care, self-development. So when I did that, I said I still need a planner for that because that was one of my biggest goals for 2024. I originally ordered this, the original, the A6 size. I was looking forward to this, and I had seen some other YouTuber use this kind of setup. They got the Hobonichi Techo original, and they got the weekly supplement. Okay, and I thought, perfect. For my self-care and personal development, I really wanted the supplement because I wanted to track certain things. I wanted to time block. Okay, so I decided the back pages of the supplement, I decided to add some other pages from the set of notebooks that I got and begin it in November, December. So you can see my sleep schedule, work, other kinds of work, when I eat. But as I was going through this, I was finding it very small and very cramped. And I wasn't really enjoying it because I realized how big this tracking area was going to be for my self-care and personal development planner. But I already had this. I had the original. I did try using some of this, but eventually the more I was thinking about it, trying to figure out what I was going to do with this, I realized, you know what? Let's make this kind of my affirmation manifestation journal. So ideally, in the morning when I wake up, I like to kind of listen to an inspirational YouTube or a podcast or things like that, just to kind of set the vibrations for the day, put me in a good headspace, things like that. And I like to take notes on what I'm listening to. So this is kind of my morning journal. This is what I'm going to be using. And this one is kind of the end of the day journal, where I kind of get my thoughts out, what happened during that day, what I was grateful for, things like that. This is my evening journal, and this is my morning journal. So, realizing that the weekly supplement was too small and I needed something bigger, I really said, okay, this is my affirmation manifestation journal. And I'm happy with that setup. And what I try to do in the monthly section, this is the one thing that I know for sure, and I've done this before in other planners, is after I listen to my podcast or YouTube, I choose a word to focus on for that day. And you can see December, that's how much of a panic it was, because there's so many blank spaces. But basically, I choose that one word in the morning and I write it down, and anytime the day goes a little bit downhill, I think of that word, I focus on that word, and I get through the rest of the day. And at the bottom here, sometimes I will write how that word should connect with the way I go through my day. Or other times, I also put the one thing that brought me joy that day. So what I'm thinking of doing is The one thing that brought me joy that day, I'm thinking of putting in my evening journal. And this one we will focus on how I will incorporate the word I've chosen for the day for the rest of my day. And then the weekly, we have no weekly. This should actually say daily, but I don't think it came with this tab set, which is fine, totally fine. So this page I've kind of partially set up. My focus is for the month, I am capable, and I have a little, just kind of words of inspiration, words of wisdom, whatever it may be, it's there. And I plan on writing my notes and thoughts on the podcast or YouTube that I'm listening to here, so that it can really kind of, settle in my brain and I can really feel it. It sounds so cheesy, but I can really feel it in me. I really believe that when you write things down, it has a different connection to you than just like typing it somewhere or just trying to remember it. For me, writing things down is it helps you connect better. So anyways, that is what this Hobonichi Techo 2024 is going to be used for. Now, I'm trying to convince my daughter to take this supplement because it's kind of a shame. It's like he was ready to go, but he's kind of blank, and so now I don't really know what to do with him. So I'm still going to try and convince my daughter to bring him with her and use him so she can track her own stuff. And maybe I will just glue these pages together or take out what I stuck in. I don't know. We'll see. But for right now, he's sitting in here trying to figure out who he's going to belong to. So there we have it. Now, so since the weekly supplement did not work well for me, I said, you know what? Screw it. I don't know why I was so scared to get the A5. I think on camera, it just looks so huge. I was expecting something maybe as big as the Happy Planner. And I was like, I really don't want big planners this year. That's like kind of the last thing I want. Is it wet in there? What is happening? But yeah, I didn't want a big planner. So, and for some reason, all the videos on YouTube, the planner looks so huge. I don't know how to explain, but really, if you are used to a Happy Planner, it's not that big. And once you open it, you will see that it's actually not that big. There's not a lot of white space. But since the weekly supplement was not working for me, and I really do want to focus on self-care this year, I said, let's just get the A5. But instead of getting the full year, I decided to get the Avec just in case I was not happy with it. I wouldn't feel so bad that I have a whole year planner just going to waste. And truth be told, I'm actually very happy with my decision. I like that I went with the Avec, and so far, setting this up has been so much fun. I am so excited to jump into this planner, to really use it. I find myself opening it up every day because I just want to use it. So what I decided to do here is the 3 things that I want to track on this section are my steps, walking, and my movement. So I've kind of color coded the different markers that I want to highlight, and I broke it up into sections. This will be my steps because I still want to write down exactly how many steps I do daily. This is going to be my walking, whether it's on the treadmill, whether it's walking outside. Did I actually spend time specifically focused on walking? That is what is going here. And on this last section, it will be my movement, whether it's yoga or boxing, I would like to track it. All right, so that is what this section is going to be like. But since it's my first year, for the first month, we'll see how it goes and we'll see if it works. Now, this planner, so I was a little bit bummed out that this planner did not have some weeks available for December. But at the same time, it's not a big deal. Because I believe, I could be wrong, but I think the original, the full year, comes with some weeks in December. But it's okay. So since, like I said, I've been so excited to jump in here, I've been just jotting down little thoughts and reminders and things to kind of keep track of what happened during this time. I got this planner mid-December, so I didn't want to backtrack. I can't even remember, and even these days I can barely remember because my daughter arrived on the 11th. So this is kind of a blank to me because I think this planner actually arrived around here. So I just backtracked these two. But anyways, I have this. We are now on the 30th. But what you see here is not really how I'm thinking of using my monthly. I do have important things that I can't forget that I want to remember. And I'm still trying to figure out what part of the self-care I want to focus on for my monthly. So I'm still undecided on that. And since this is my first year going to be kind of tracking my self-care and personal development, this planner is going to probably go through several changes, trial and errors, and, you know, figuring things out. And let me just check. Yeah, let me quickly plug in my iPad so we don't accidentally die during mid-recording. But yeah, so let me get a quick sip of coffee. All right, so like I said, nothing is set in stone yet for this section. Don't really know, but I'm going to have to think about it. But at the same time, one of the reasons why I need to focus on self-care and personal development this year is I am one of those types of people that kind of put everyone else first. And I take care of so many people that I forget to take care of myself. So this year I really did intend to make myself a priority. And, you know, the little things, spending time with myself, pampering myself, reading books for, self-growth, self-development, setting time aside for those things just for me is something that I believe really needs to take a priority because it can get so exhausting. The whole idea of if you put yourself last, you're going to teach other people to put yourself last as well. So for 2024, I really need to make myself a priority. And that way it's kind of leading by example, right? But at the same token, I have no idea how I'm going to do that. I have the basics, but really, the little details, who knows? So we're going to figure it out. And if you are enjoying this video, consider giving it a like and maybe even subscribing to see how I figure out in 2024 how to put myself first and how to kind of plan it out so I don't forget to put myself first. So yeah. Okay, so I have my monthly set up. I'm almost tempted to put the stickers down for February and March because sometimes I like to plan at least 3 months ahead, but I'm trying to stop myself from doing it because there's so much fun in laying these things down as the month approaches. But anyways, so our weekly section, I have it somewhat set up. Now, since it's going to be my first week and I know I have to bring my mother to the doctor sometime this week, we haven't fully locked down the date and time. And plus, since I work night shift, this weekly was the important piece that was missing from the A6. A lot of the scheduling is going to be determined by my sleep schedule from my work that is night shift. So I need to see it, because also sometimes I want to make sure I'm getting enough sleep. I want to understand why I'm so exhausted and so tired the next day, or why the whole week feels like I've been, doing heavy manual labor for like a month. So I need to track that. And I also want to track the times that I'm eating, the times I wake up. So this might be just a colorful, highlighted time block schedule, or I'm going to see other ways of maybe perhaps highlighting it so it's not too colorful, because I like to think of myself as a functional planner. I do love my stickers. I love them, but I don't like having an overload of stickers that don't have purpose. And the same kind of goes with color. So I need to figure that out. And also I have 2 trackers here, which is my water and my coffee. And I want to track those. I probably, for the next week, I might make my key a little bit smaller so I can fit one more tracker down here, which can be, I think, maybe walking first, and we'll stick to those 3 and see how it goes. Next thing that I have already set up, you may have already seen this. Instead of doing a, printing things out, cutting it, and then sticking it on as a vision board, I decided to doodle. And I'm so happy because all of this is focused on self-care and self-development. So I thought, let's doodle, because I haven't done that in so long. And plus, that's another form of self-care. So I went with it. I'm so happy how it turned out. And yeah, so this is kind of like my reminder of this is what this planner is for. This is the focus. This is what we're going to be doing. And then I set up my January page a little bit. You may have seen it when the stickers were still blank, but I did decide to fill up some portions of it. There are 2 books that I want to read this month. So that is my goal, to read 2 books a month that is focused on self-development. And my mantra for the month is I am capable. The top 3 things that I want to focus on, I have 2, which is walk every day and Sunday self-care. And I have my trackers for the month here, which is the water and the coffee. Although I made a mistake, because if we go back to the weekly, I have 5 cups of coffee here, which is really exag. I hope I don't hit those. But when I numbered this box, these numbers were supposed to be down here at the bottom so that my coffee would go up to 5, but here it only goes up to 4, which is, it's okay. Not a huge deal, but still, it's kind of like irking at me. And I may need to glue some of these stickers down, because if you notice, some of them are kind of flying up, but I have to buy the glue tape. I ran out. So that is my setup here, self-care. I want to maybe write a little bit about the book that I read, maybe kind of create a focus or list down what I should be doing for self-care here as reminders, and I can just check it off. And then, I don't know, maybe a little journal here. I'm not sure yet. Again, I don't really know, honestly. The idea is there, but until we actually hit the first week and I start trying things out, I won't know how it goes. In the back note pages, I decided to create a morning routine, evening routine. These are the things that I want to focus on. And this is kind of the daily schedule because I'm telling you, you guys, I am so bad when it comes to like focusing on myself. It's ridiculous. So, for example, here, I made a list. Wake up, wash face, change to exercise clothes. Then journal affirmations, have coffee. Then walk the treadmill, read self-development book, then do some movement. After, water, breakfast, and AM vitamins. Plan for the day, then shower, wash hair, AM skincare, then get ready for the day. Like it's literally broken down so much just so I can force myself to actually do it. You know, sometimes, what is that saying? If you can't explain it to a child, then you don't understand it enough. So the idea is kind of simplified also. When you're making a schedule for a child and you're like, here is your checklist. Don't forget, wash your face, brush your teeth, drink water, whatever. Like for me, I feel like I have to do it because no one else is gonna remind me. If I don't set these reminders and break it down for myself, I probably won't get around to it. So same thing for the evening routine. And I added here in the back, self-care Sunday. So I really wanted Sunday to be my me time, or even just a portion of Sunday to be my me time, where I can get these things done, especially like, the pampering time, where, the ladies, we have to groom ourselves, do the little things, especially, the stuff that is going to make us feel as feminine as possible or as much as we like. This is the day to get it done. That is the idea. And at the same time, I did add clean up, organize one area of the house because part of self-care is being able to be happy in the space that you're in, right? So if the space doesn't feel like yours, you don't feel like the space is going to take care of you. So I figured this is also a good thing to have here, together with maybe meal prep, or make it a cheat day, or maybe just order some takeout. It will all go on here. So that is how I have set this up. Actually, no, let's not put them back. So moving on. Before we get to the basics, or not the basics, but the other planners that I'm sure everyone is familiar with, let's go into my wealth binder. So this case is from a supplier. I love it. I love the gold. Now, you may have seen me explain this in a couple videos, but this is my wealth binder. All the inserts in here I have created. I'm thinking about eventually opening a small local shop. I don't know if there's going to be any international interest in it, but basically I've seen a lot of budget binders. So they call them budget binders. I don't like I said, for me, I feel that words are powerful. So I don't want to say budget because that sounds so limited. So I like to say, this is my wealth binder. This is my wealth planner. So, but I haven't seen any that I feel are flexible enough or have everything I need. It's too restricted, if that makes sense. But the section that I really use mostly is the monthly overview, where I get to see all my bills, I get to see my paydays, I get to kind of schedule, when I should be budgeting, when I should be looking at things, when things are coming in, going out. This is a main piece for me. But what I also like is I created weekly expenses trackers. I have different sizes. And I don't know if I printed all the options that I have. I just kind of grabbed what I know I enjoy. And I also have the cash withdrawals. So I have it broken down. If you notice, I still have pencils because I really need to sit down in January and go through this and probably redo all of this again. I do my budgeting maybe a little bit differently than what other YouTubers do. But for me, and that's why I created my own planners, because your wealth planning, or yeah, basically your wealth planning is supposed to be something that's personal to you. And I was finding that a lot of the other planners were very generic, but a lot of it didn't fit with what I needed. And so I needed something more personalized to me. So I have cash withdrawals, which, yeah, everyone does, but the way I like to do it is kind of set it up, test, set exact amounts out, and then test it out for like a month, a quarter, and then go back, readjust as needed. A lot of people like to kind of budget weekly. I'm not a weekly budgeter. I just want to do it quarterly or even yearly if I can get away with it. But anyways, and then I have budget summary, which needs to be updated. This is where basically I would kind of write in here what are the bills, or even income that comes in or out yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and break it down that way. So let's say, because I have a quarterly investment that needs to be paid out every quarter. So I need to see yearly, this is how much it is, quarterly is here, monthly, and then weekly is going to be how much I put aside every week to make sure that I can pay for it when it becomes due on the quarter. Does that make sense? So yeah, so that's what this is for. And I should have another section here, but I don't know where it is. And then I have my subscriptions, which also, I made this December too, but that needs to be updated again. And then we have the bills, which I am going to be tracking. Let's just see. Yeah, I set it up already for the tracking of next year. I have a different layout. I have important, which is kind of stuff that I can't share with you guys, but basically I printed out some of my investment trackers and things like that. And of course, at the end, we have the debt area. Now, the only thing that I need to really do with this planner is change the rings. The rings are too small. It's a tight squeeze, and I don't even have everything I need in here yet. So, but I'm very happy with this planner. I'm excited to really kind of get it super organized and super set up so it becomes completely functional. But that is my wealth planner. Now, I have a happy planner. This happy planner is my work planner. I love happy planner. It was one of the very reasons why I jumped back into planning. I've been a planner since high school, and back in the day, it was Filofax. Everyone was into Filofax, and I loved it, and I love planning. It's something that it's kind of like, it's a part of me, and I think every planner that really has been planning will say it's kind of in their blood, but whatever. So it sounds so cheesy, but yes, Happy Planner was the planner that helped me fall in love with planning again, because you're able to customize the planner with the discs. And I love that, because I had tried Moleskine, I tried, what is it? I'm not gonna pronounce this properly, Lestrum, and other hard-bound planners, and it never worked for what I needed it to do until I came across the Happy Planner. And then it was like everything made sense. I was able to plan fully, and I started to enjoy the whole sticker setup. So this is my monthly setup for my work planner. As you can see, it's already super full. I just got, this isn't laminate, but it is like It's a clear plastic that I've just cut down. I forget what it's called. But yeah, I like to use the clear ones because I want to be able to see through it, and then I can put sticky notes or post-its on top here for other notes. But so this happy planner is a combination of 3 planners. I have an hourly, I have a vertical, and the third planner is basically, if I can just get it, it is the daily, and I use the daily for my notes. So when we have meetings, I'll take notes here. And yeah, this works out really well because if you notice, I am one of those girls that needs an hourly. I need to mark out when my meetings are. I need to mark out time block. It really does wonders because it allows you to see where you're spending your time and where you need to make more time. And the vertical, I just put my general notes. Sometimes I'll use this for what's important. This is maybe the task list, appointments, whatever, the to-do list, and then here will be for the next day or for the week. So it depends on my mood, but this is kind of like a free note space, whereas this is what I look at to kind of make sense of my day. And my monthly is really an overview of everything. And for my work planner, I try to keep 3 months at a time so I can easily do future planning. I can make notes for when meetings are set. It's a must for me to have 3 months in here. And oh, at the very end, I do have a budget section. I do have a budget planner as well because I am also in charge of purchasing. So I need to use this to keep track of everything. Even though I'm not part of accounting, it's still something that I need to keep track of, and I need to set this up. All right, so that brings us to my last planner. Now this planner, this is again a Moterm cover. I love this cover. And you notice I don't really decorate. I think I set this up a year or so ago and I left it as is, and it's okay. I don't tend to decorate a whole bunch. I set this up once, happy with it, good. Now this is, my inserts for this are cloth and paper. This is my catch-all planner. This is what I tend to look at that holds pretty much everything. But mostly it also, I used to call this my personal planner. And this will hold my daughter's school schedule. It will hold, where am I? It will hold all my travel plans. It will hold what I do for the house. So I've kind of set it up the monthly. Now, if you had seen my videos from, I think it was maybe November or October, I can't remember. Using stickers in this planner is new. I never really used to use stickers because I think Happy Planner, I was just, so many stickers went into like a complete sticker craziness that I also wanted to change things up in 2023, and I found cloth and paper. And so for like almost more 3 months of the year last year, I had no stickers. It was just pen and paper, and I was happy with it. Then I realized I could use stickers in it, and I tried out some layouts, and it was really cute and super fun, and it wasn't a lot. Then I ordered 2024, and so excited to have the new layouts, but I didn't realize as I was doing, I think, my unboxing, that their monthly layout is not the same as it used to be. So I'll go to a blank month so you guys can see. It has these extra boxes at the bottom, which I really don't like. I really, really don't like them. And I liked their old monthly layout. It was working perfectly for me. I loved it. To me, these extra boxes are a distraction. It's throwing me off. When I went to set up my January, I was really getting kind of frustrated. I said, okay, I need to cover that up. How can I cover that up? Stickers. Stickers is how we cover that up. So my January monthly has stickers. Now, I don't know if I like it or I don't like it. For me, it's like, it's too busy. I feel like there's just too much happening here. I think, like I said, I'm a creature of habit. There's certain things I like doing in certain planners, and there's certain things I don't like doing in certain planners. And I was looking forward to having this, the monthly be what I'm used to and not having stickers on it, and saving the stickers for perhaps this section. Or so I have three layouts in this planner: this section or even this section. But now the monthlies are throwing me off, so I don't know what we're going to do about that. But anyways, this is my catch-all. So this is my running to-do list to get things done. I've already kind of scheduled in the things that I do on a weekly basis that you need to get done. Like every Friday is grocery day, but eventually over time, I think I'm going to change that because I don't like doing grocery on Fridays. It kind of makes me crazy. And I have my days where I go to the bank, which also might change. Don't know. But this is also where I will put my doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, what my daughters are doing, the paydays. This is really catch-all overview of everything. And again, which I was so happy with, Cloth and Paper released their hourly. I'm so excited for this because, like I said, I'm one of those planners that needs an hourly. It makes so much sense for me. I like to keep track of what time I did certain things. It just makes me happy. And then this is a new layout. I decided to try the horizontal. Last year I was using, or this year, I was using the vertical. Happy with it, but since I have an hourly, I figured I could use this and try this. So we have this. We are going to see how this goes. Who knows? I've never been a horizontal, but I like the idea that it's broken up into these two sections, so that might go better. And this was actually supposed to be my journaling section. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this now that I have all these journals available to me, the Hobonichis. So I'm going to try and think of what to do with this. If I can't figure anything out, I might try and resell this section. So it also comes with a monthly, and the monthly is the same, but so we'll see. And then other stuff that I have back here is just, some little bits and pieces, kind of my book list, my to be read list, some gift stuff, some personal money tracking, and some notes in the back. But yeah, so that is my updated planner lineup for 2024. I know it seems like a lot. Well, actually, it doesn't seem like a lot. It is a lot, but the thing is, at least what I keep telling myself is that at least they each all have a very specific purpose, and they have a place where, they have purpose. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. It may be a lot, but I'm happy and I'm looking forward to actually getting into all of them, which is going to be next week. It's coming up very soon. How did I even have this arranged earlier? It's coming up very soon, so I'm looking forward to getting into all my planners. Let me know how you guys are doing with your lineup. Let me know what you are looking forward to, what you are considering changing, things like that. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, maybe even perhaps subscribing to see how I end up going through all these planners. And have a happy new year. Continue living wildly free, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.